It is now 7:18 p.m. Welcome to tonight's Planning and Zoning Commission meeting of Monday, June 2nd, 2025. Members of the Planning and Zoning Commission and public may participate in the public hearing of June 2nd, 2025. All participants will be able to speak when called upon. At this time, I would like to explain the procedures to be followed during the meeting. The Commission has both a consent agenda and an agenda for consideration of individual items. The items listed on the consent agenda are considered to be routine and non-contested. Item number 1, citizen comments, provides the opportunity for members of the public to address the Commission on items that are listed on the consent agenda. Each speaker will be limited to 3 minutes, and the Secretary will let you know when 1 minute is left. For all plats and plans conditionally approved or disapproved by the Commission, the applicant will be provided a written statement of the conditions for the conditional approval or the reasons for disapproval at the end of the meeting. These conditions and reasons are not arbitrary. They are directly related to the requirements of Local Government Code Chapter 212 and include citations to the law that is the basis for the conditional approval or disapproval. For individual consideration items, I will call the applicant or his or her representative to present the case. The applicant will have up to 5 minutes to present the case, which includes all persons representing the application. Then those wishing to speak in favor and those wishing to speak in opposition will have up to 5 minutes each to present his or her comments. Prior to speaking, please give your name and address. Remember to speak directly into the microphone, as this hearing is recorded for public record. Any handouts you wish to provide should be given to staff. Please do not approach the Commission. The next meeting of the Planning and Zoning Commission will be Monday, July 7th, 2025. The next item on our agenda, citizen comments on items listed on the consent agenda. April, has anyone signed up to speak on any item on the consent agenda?
No one signed up. Please proceed.
All right. Secretary Merrick, would you please read the consent agenda into the record?
Yes, we have one consent agenda item and then one conditional approval. So the first one is the approval of the Planning and Zoning Commission minutes of Monday, May 5th, 2025.
Okay. Do I have a motion for approval of item number 2?
I'll make a motion.
All right, I have a motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Please vote. All right, and the motion passes 7-0 with 1 abstaining. All right, then on to the conditional approval.
Okay, so the conditional approval is 2024373 PL Fleming Villas Addition, located at 330, 404, and 418 Fleming Avenue, and 2005 and 2009 East State Highway 356.
All right, and so this is an item for conditional approval based on the reasons set forth in the staff memo. Is there a motion for that conditional approval?
I'll make a motion.
All right, we have a motion. We have a second?
I'll second.
We have a motion and at least 2 seconds. All right, please vote. And the motion passes unanimously. And then the items for disapproval.
For disapproval, we have the following. 2025167 PL, Reaching for the Stars Addition, located at 1227 East Pioneer Drive. The second one is 2025171 PL, Azure Addition. It's a replat, located at 16 West Rochelle Drive.
All right, do we have a motion for disapproval for the reasons set forth in the staff memo?
I'll make a motion for disapproval.
Okay, and do we have a second?
Second.
We have a set motion and a second. Please vote. And the motion passes unanimously. On to the individual items. Item number 6, zoning case 2025-58-ZC, located at 861 Hope Lane. Is the applicant present? No. Did you all expect the applicant to be present? All right. Looks like the applicant is not present. Then I'll move on to the work session, or onto the public hearing. Is there anybody else who'd like to speak in favor of this item? Anybody in opposition? Then I'll bring it back to commission for any discussion and a motion, which could also be a motion to postpone.
I would suggest postponing it and giving them a chance to come in, and we move it to the July 7th meeting.
A second.
So, Commissioner Lightfoot, was that a motion?
I'll make a motion to move it to the July 7th meeting, postponing it to give them an opportunity to come in and speak.
Okay.
I'll second.
Sorry, one question. So that's for zoning case 202558ZZ, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
And they didn't show up?
They are not here.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. So we have a motion and a second to postpone to the July 7th, 2025 Planning and Zoning Commission meeting. Please vote. And the motion passes 7-1. All right. Item number 7, Comprehensive Plan Amendment 2025-64-CP, located at 251 O'Connor Ridge Boulevard. Is the applicant present? I'm guessing not, since they asked for post. He asked, okay, already left. Anybody else who would like to speak in favor of this item? Anybody in opposition? All right, then I'll return it back to the commission.
Mr. Chairman, is there no
Commissioner
other
Pritchard?
comments? I'd like to make a motion for postponement till the July 7th meeting.
I second. I second.
All right, we have a motion and a second for postponement to the July 7th meeting. Please vote. And the motion passed unanimously. And then the companion case, Development Plan 2025-65-DVP and Multifamily Concept Plan 2025-66-MFCP at the same location, 251 O'Connor Ridge Boulevard. Is there anybody who would like to speak in favor of this item? Anybody in opposition? No? Then I'll return to the commission.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion for Development Plan 2025-65 DVP for postponement to the July 7th P&Z meeting. And the companion case, the multifamily. 2525665 It's 2025.
All right, we have a motion
And a second.
and a second to postpone to the July 7th meeting. Please vote. And the motion passes unanimously. All right, item number 9, zoning case 2025-111-ZC, located at 300 West Las Colinas Boulevard. Is the applicant present? Sir, would you like to come up? It was presented on in the work session. I don't know if you were there for that, but can you state your name and address for the record and any presentation you'd like to give or questions?
Yes,
you'd
my
like to
name's
answer?
Eric Albert, and I just recently moved, so actually I'm learning my address right now in Roanoke, Texas. But I'll thank you so much for this time today, folks, and members of the board. So I'm presenting with Brookfield Properties to Sean Restaurant. We're looking to expand the actual structure itself. The pre-approved property, the pre-approved patio lines exist already there that were formally approved. We're looking to not extend outside of that. We're looking to stay within those parameters. This Tashawn restaurant is called Tashawn Indian Social. So it's a new concept on property. And this is a former space that has never been actually redeveloped on property. So since the conception of Music Factory, this has been a white shell. The owner is actually looking to completely renovate this space. So it's a very exciting time for us on Music Factory, as this will be a new space that has never been built out before. So he's looking to make a major investment into this side of the property that has never been developed before.
Thank you. Do any of the commissioners have questions for the applicant?
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to thank you for bringing the business to Irving. And
Absolutely.
thanks for appearing that.
Any other questions? No? Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Is there anybody else who'd like to speak in favor of this item? Anybody in opposition? No? Then I'll return it, close the public hearing and return it to the commission for any discussion and a motion.
Chairman, if there's no further discussion, I'd move to approve zoning case 2025-111-ZC, subject to any additional technical corrections, but move to approve.
For
I'll
recommendation
second.
for approval. A recommendation to council for approval.
Correct.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second recommending approval with the stipulations and requirements that the staff set forth. Please vote. And the motion passes unanimously. Item number 10, zoning case 2025-132-ZC, located at 1900 Marketplace Boulevard, Suite 110. Is the applicant present?
Good evening, Commissioners. My name is Bridget McCormick Lackey of EMC Squared Architecture, and I reside at 6400 Dunmore Drive in Plano, Texas. I'm here representing Acre Investment Company. They are the parent company who owns this piece of property. And it's a restaurant, it's a restaurant and upstairs, downstairs with a grocery store. We would like to propose an SP1 RAC, or RAB, I'm sorry. There are two other restaurants in that location, pad sites off to the right, lower right-hand side. They're former RAB sites. One is the Japan House. I don't know when that one was granted its liquor license, but it has a full bar functioning right now. The other opened, and it's the Deli Lounge, and it opened in December of 2024, and it does have a zoning case, ZC 14-0028. And then we also found that there is a surprise RAB location, and it's about 3 doors down near the trampoline park that's there. And so I don't know if it was a former restaurant at one time, but they also have an RAB. Right now, the restaurant has a BYOB. We would like to upgrade that to serve alcohol on the premises. It is a very upscale kind of place, and it's going to bring the community together with some nice international Indian food. And we just feel that the precedent has already been set. There's 3 locations there that have RABs. We would love for you to approve this one to have it as well.
Thank you. Any of the commissioners have questions for the applicant?
I have a question, ma'am.
Yes.
Thank you for coming. We noted that it looks like some version of this application came before the city about 6 months ago. So I was just curious, is there anything different about this application or any feedback you got that would, or can you comment on that?
The investment company asked me to come tonight because it was approved for planning and zoning last time, but it was not approved by the city council. So nothing has changed.
Thank you.
And it is all contained in those restaurants. There is a doorway between the two, but there's nothing that passes through there. And it does have its own entryway into the restaurants. Any other questions?
So did the city council provide you any feedback when you're saying you're presenting the exact same case that was denied?
Unfortunately, no. I did not get any feedback on the...
You weren't at the original?
I was not.
And they didn't pass any information on
No.
to you? So you're kind of just presenting the same thing, hoping that it approves this time?
Yes, the landlord asked me to be here.
Okay.
Any other questions?
No other questions for the applicant? No? Great, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Is there anybody else who'd like to speak in favor of this item? Anybody in opposition? And I'll return it to the commission for any discussion and a motion.
I would like to start if no one else likes to. I don't see why this wouldn't be, well, I mean, take Italy, and they have the same sort of restaurant, bar, and then grocery store, so I'm for switching it over to add the alcohol consumption instead of BYOB.
I really can't see the difference between the RAB and the BYOB. The RAB actually has more responsibilities of the owner of the restaurants. There's more guidelines, more regulations. I would support it.
Well, if no further discussion, I'd like to make a motion for zoning case -2025-132ZZ for recommending for approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second recommending approval. Please vote. And the motion passed unanimously. Can't promise how it'll go at council for you, but best of luck.
Note what they don't like.
Item number 11, zoning case 2025-136-ZC, located at 3143 West Airport Freeway. Is the applicant present? Yeah. You come up to the microphone.
Hi.
Oh, is this the one that? No?
You're one ahead.
Yeah. Sorry.
That's okay. Good evening. My name is Olivia Powell. I'm here on behalf of Bayview Tower. I reside at 25810 Mill Pond Lane in Spring, Texas. I'm here with Luli, the owner of the Argentina Bakery. I did have a presentation, but just to kind of give y'all the overview, we're a new development off of West Airport Freeway. We're building a dual tenant building, and the bakery is right around the corner, and she's hoping to just bring her existing business over to us and to add alcohol consumption on premises just to kind of enhance the customer experience there and just kind of make it more of a community hub there. So that's basically what we're looking to do there.
Okay.
I just wanted to see if anybody had any questions for me.
Any questions for the applicant?
Is the drive-through for the other tenant or for the bakery?
It's for the bakery. It's going to be a dual drive-through.
It's a stunning building.
Thank you. Thank you.
Very
We're
nicely done.
Yeah, we're very excited about it.
And when do you expect to get to move in?
So,
I know, that's not part of what we vote on, but we are curious.
yeah, we're in the process of finishing permits right now, so we're hoping to, as soon as we can get those permits finished, we'll get tenants in there, hopefully within 5 or 6 months, but we'll see. Yeah. Does anyone have any connects at Encore? But yeah, so no, we're very excited. We're hoping in the next 6 months, so.
If you'll leave your name and phone number with Ken down at the end, I'll hook you up with the Irving representative for Encore.
That would be amazing. Thank you.
All right, any other questions for the applicant?
This is not a question, more than a comment. What a great restaurant you have. It's really good. I'm not being paid for this, and empanadas are
The pastries
really
are pretty
good, and
amazing.
the dessert. We literally just bought the cake there, and for my daughter's birthday, and it's really good.
If no
Oh,
further,
no, we haven't gotten that far.
Oh.
Sorry.
I always do that. I'm very excited.
Was there anything else you wanted to say? Okay, great.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Is there anybody else who'd like to speak in favor of this item? Anybody in opposition? Then I'll return it to the commission.
Thank you. I'd like to make a motion that zoning case 2025-136-ZC be forwarded to City Council for approval.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second recommending approval. Please vote. And the motion passes unanimously. Thank you. All right. Item number 12. Zoning case 2025-137-ZC, located at 1405 Lakeshore Drive. And my understanding is the applicant is not present. Is that correct? Oh, great. Is there anybody else who'd like to speak in favor of this item or in opposition to it? No. Then this is one that we have recommended that we postpone to the August 4th, 2025 meeting. So I'll return it to the commission for any discussion and a motion.
I'll make a motion, Mr. Chairman, unless there's any comments that need to be made, for our zoning case 2025-137ZC to be postponed to our August the 4th, 2025 meeting.
I second.
All right, we have a motion and a second recommending postponing it to the August 4th meeting. Please vote. And the motion passed unanimously. All right, item number 13, Special Fence Plan 2025-138-SFP, located at 6300 Longhorn Drive. Is the applicant present? Okay, all right. Unavailable for understandable reasons. Is there anybody else who'd like to speak in favor of this item? Anybody in opposition? No. Then I'll return it to the commission for any discussion and a motion, which can be postponement or it can be a motion with a recommendation to council.
Well, unless folks have concerns, I move to recommend approval of this Special Fence Plan 2025-138 SFP.
I'll second.
All right, we have a motion and a second recommending approval to council. Please vote. And the motion passes unanimously. All right, Comprehensive Plan Amendment 2025-142-CP, located at 3131 North O'Connor Road. Is the applicant present? Sir, would you mind coming up? Would you like to say anything, or?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
My
your
name
name
is
and
Raj
address first,
Sethi, and I'm residing at 1706 Lexington Avenue in Allen, Texas. Good evening, everyone, Chairman and Commissioner and all board members. At present, we have a Sloan School, the property there, and I am the operator and the owner for the property from the last 7 years. But believe me or not, after COVID, it's a drastic change in the business, and it's literally hard to survive. That's the reason we put it in the zoning change application. What I believe is rising prices of the real estate and everything, and those townhomes are a little affordable for everyone, and they can say we are proud owners of the home. Yes, we are planning to build the townhomes, but it's just like a single family. They will have a parking garage, backyard, and it's going to be planning to do luxury and high-end townhomes. One of the adjacent owners to the property, they put some comments. I have some answers on that one. They were concerned about the O'Connor Road traffic, and my thing is, currently, from the years, the people are entering almost 150, 200 cars in and out every day into the Sloan School, which the traffic will be, in my knowledge, will be less, because it's approximately 22 townhomes, which will be a lot less traffic than those 200 cars every day into the property. And another concern was there's going to be traffic on the alleyway. This is going to be development will be proposed, will be fully fenced. There won't be no access to the alley for the traffic whatsoever. So I don't think so that will make any difference on the alley's traffic. And another concern main was it's going to be multifamily and a rental property next door. There's no planning like this. The max will be 2 levels townhomes there, just like single family. And currently we have the zoning there R7.5, which will allow you to 2.5 story and 30 feet. but they're the same thing with a townhome. We are not even going to go 30 feet, which is two-level. There's no way we're going to go to the 30 feet. Another thing I was going to add is the proposed development, in my knowledge, since it's going to be luxury and high-end, will increase the value of the properties around rather than decrease it. And Mr. Chairman and the board members, we are not requesting any variances at all. We did plan to go for 7.5, but there's not enough space there for 7.5. I mean, the single family, if we plan it, it's not enough space there. That's why we wanted to do that. And no requesting, no variance, and it's not high density because the lots which are allowable per the townhouse zoning, we are putting little bigger lots than what is required. I think they are required 2420. They are almost 2,900 feet in our proposal for those lots at that point. And especially the houses there, there's no facing anybody. Backyard to backyard to the existing homes, and there's no facing property to the school at this moment. So I will request you to please, we'd love to, if you approve that townhouse zoning for me. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, is there anybody else who'd like to speak in favor of this? Or actually, the commissioners may have had questions for you, if you could hold up a second. Does anybody have questions for the applicant?
The question I got, you say there's no backyard to backyard if you build the townhomes?
Correct. There will be backyard to backyard, not no backyard. There will be like existing properties, the single
But you'll
family.
have windows facing into the people's backyards, correct?
Yes, possible, yes. But no, there's one side is the alleyway in the middle. So, which the one I mentioned earlier, we're not going to make any access to the alley, but the backyard will be towards the alley on north side. And backside is the school playground on the other side, Freen Elementary, and right at front is the O'Connor Road.
I guess my question is, that space is very small, so how many units did you say you were planning on
I think
building?
22.
22 units in that small space?
That's over 2.5 acre.
Okay.
And we are not doing the back load, which will be smaller lots. No, we are doing the front load, which will be 2 garage and a 30 feet wide lot. And depth is more than required per zoning.
Any other questions for the applicant? And currently, we're on the comprehensive plan amendment item. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Sherman.
Is there anybody else who'd like to speak in favor of this item? Anybody in opposition? Okay, sir, do you want to come first?
Gary Ross, 2913 Lawrence Street, Irving. I had just bought the property that would back up to this, and I would approximately have a third of the shared fence line with this property. I've been remodeling this house for 6 months now. I'm adamantly opposed to this project. I do not like the idea of the 2 stories looking over my fence line into the backyard of the property that I have now. The traffic is bad with Farine Elementary right there and the Sloan School. I don't know if it would be any better or any worse, but it's a family-orientated neighborhood. I'm not sure that the townhomes would add anything to the value of the surrounding properties. But I do know that having a 2-story or a 30-foot building right in my back fence line, looking over the fence line, is not going to make it easy for me to sell that property. You had the view of that one up there. So I own 536 Columbia, is what I own. And I would ask that you postpone this one until the August 4th meeting. I'll be out of the country when it goes to the city council public hearing and won't be back until middle of July. And I just now found out about this and just now came into it. But the property there
You can use the mouse in the drawer, sir.
in the drawer, okay. This property right here, whoops. Sorry? This property right here is the one that I currently own. And you can see that it's approximately 1/3 of that fence line would be on my property against theirs. I do not know how adding townhomes into this area would add to the value of that with those looking over the fence line. I did not have a chance to talk to my neighbors because I just found out about this afternoon. And I would request that they postpone this for the next meeting, which I think is August 4th. And that's basically it.
Actually, sir, if I'm not mistaken, it's July 7th is our next meeting.
July 7th, okay.
He's saying postpone it until August 4th.
I'll be back July 7th, but it would give me, I won't be back until the 3rd. So I'll have to have some time to talk to my neighbors and have their approvals or disapprovals.
Anything else, sir?
There's also a form I believe you can fill out indicating your comments that you have for denying the case. And I believe your neighbors should have received notification as well for this.
This form?
For the form, for this case.
I'm sorry?
They should have received notification as well, your neighbors, for this case.
Okay.
So just letting you know that.
They may have. I've been out of town. I just got back in, so. And I did fill out the form, but I just brought it with me, so.
All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right. Oh.
I'm Gary Mayo. I live at 501 Merle in Irving, and my main concern, I didn't come up with any intention of standing up and talking about anything, but I'm looking at a lot of these, the townhomes and things. The concern is that there's so many apartments. I mean, in that general area, it's like 8 or 9 apartment complexes. And so the multi-family, I mean, I'm just concerned that these single-family homes that are around that area, I'm hoping that this isn't going to start a precedent for that type of like townhome, the 2-story style homes. When I don't really, realistically, I don't know if it's possible to have a lot more single-family homes. I like the Merle and the McCoy and, you know, those homes over at Cardinal Village, and it's just kind of concerning, is all. I didn't want to not say anything. I don't really know if this even matters, but we've been there over 10 years, and just Sloan School's been, sure, it's a little busy and things, but it's been workable. But I'm just concerned that that's just going to set a precedent for more stuff. And also the fact that it backs up, you know, to the new Farine that's being built. I don't know, it just seems kind of off-putting to put something like that. It almost seems out of place. So, but that's all I have.
All right. Thank you. All right, and then I know there are a few more people. Ma'am, you want to go next? And then were both of you wanting to speak as well? Or were you all planning on speaking? No, okay, great. I mean, if you want to, that's fine too.
Wasn't expecting to speak or anything like that, but I'm just against.
Can you
the bill.
just speak to the microphone,
I
your name and
wasn't
address first?
expecting to speak about it in public. I'm really nervous, but I'm against of the townhomes.
Your name and address?
504 Morrow Drive.
Okay, and what's your name?
So basically, like they said, my concern is my privacy also.
Well, I'm sorry, I missed your name, ma'am.
Maricela Rivera.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
They basically said everything, so.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Anybody else who'd like to speak in opposition? No? Oh.
Hi, my name is Michelle Mayo. I also live at 501 Merle. I'm very opposed to these townhomes. 22 homes in that small amount of space just seems overcrowded to me. I don't like the idea of the two-story looking over into the backyards of the people that live across the street from us. And I just think that the townhomes that are currently being built, like the ones on MacArthur next to the Ritz-Carlton, they're going for $1 million. I mean, and a lot of these townhomes that are being built are vacant still. So I don't want our property taxes going up even higher than what they already are. I mean, our houses are being appraised for $400,000 and $500,000, and I know that they're not worth that much, and I just think it's a bad idea, a really bad idea. These townhomes are going to go up directly behind Farine, not just the open field that's currently there, but the actual school. I just think it's a bad idea, really bad idea. That's all I've got. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else who'd like to speak in opposition to this item? Well, sir, you already spoke. All right. Okay, then the applicant, if you'd like to respond to any of the comments that have been made, you may.
Mr. Chairman, do you want me to repeat my name and everything again? Or?
Yes, please.
Okay. My name is Raj Sethi, and I'm residing at 1706 Lexington Avenue, Allen, Texas. I heard that concern. The main concern is their two-level. It's just my answer is current zoning at the property, if we don't count SB2, is R7.5, which does allow two-level property, 2.5 levels up to 30 feet. So I just wanted to add up that. There's no difference on the townhouse, which I requested, which is not even going to be 2.5 level or 30 feet, which I already mentioned. That's the only thing I will add, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, and I think maybe one of the commissioners has a question for you, sir.
So,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, so I understand your comment that you just made, but did you hear what the residents around there said and their concerns?
Yeah, they were more concerned about anybody can look at in our backyard. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
This gentleman said that, and the same thing over there. They said they are more concerned about their privacy at the backyard.
Yeah, and so you don't have any consideration for the other homes that's around and their concerns that they've
I
expressed
definitely
here?
have, ma'am. But I was just as a reminder to answer them. That's why I was asked if anything I want to add up. I mean, if we go with the current zoning, which we have it right there, we can still build two-level homes there with all your consent, of course, as a 7.5.
Have you considered that area, though, what the current area looks like, that there's not those two-story townhomes in that area?
It's all mixed zoning there, I will say. There is some the single family there, the office is there, the commercial is there, and not same next door, I won't say next door, but if I go 100 yards away or 150 yards away, then there's apartments, 4 levels there. So it's all kind of
In that
mixed.
general area, they're all single-family homes, one level.
Where we are sitting on the left and right, yes.
Yeah, okay, that's all I
right.
just wanted to make sure.
Yes, ma'am.
Great. Were there any other questions for the applicant? No. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
All right, well, I'll close the public hearing and return it to the commission for discussion and a motion. And again, we're on the first item, the item 14, comprehensive plan amendment for moving from traditional neighborhood to compact neighborhood.
Mr. Chairman, if there's no other comments from commissioners, I'd like to make a motion for comprehensive plan amendment 2025-142CP be forwarded to City Council with a recommendation for disapproval.
I'll second.
All right, we have a motion and a second recommending disapproval. Please vote. And the motion passed unanimously. All right, item number 15, which is the companion case, zoning case 2025-141-ZC, again located at 3131 North O'Connor Road. Sir, did you want to say anything further? Okay, great. Is there anybody else who'd like to speak in favor of this item? Anybody in opposition? All right, then I'll return it to the commission for any discussion and a motion.
I'd like to make a few comments before the motion for the applicant as to the reasoning as to why, because sometimes I believe the applicants don't know why we're denying a case, and so at least they know my perspective on the case. It is that you have a single-family residences to the north and single-family residences to the south. That's really the reason why, and then you cannot really have a townhome in the middle. That's the way I'm looking at it. It's not really compatible with the neighborhood. It's not really about the height, because you're 100% right. You can build a two-story home, and so that wouldn't really be the concern. It's really about the compatibility, if I'm saying that right, on the neighborhood of single-family homes throughout. So that's really at least my reasoning behind it. And thank you for the people who came here to talk today.
Yeah, I would just like to add to what Gerald said. I do appreciate all the public comment. And I'm familiar with the neighborhood, and I do think this case is about preserving the integrity of the single-family housing there. And I just think the current plan and changing it to townhomes and what we've seen would be out of character for that area. So with that said, I'd like to make a motion to, on zoning case 2024-141ZC. 2025, 141ZC, recommend disapproval.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second recommending disapproval. Please vote. And the motion passed unanimously. That was our last item, so the meeting is adjourned at 8:02 p.m.